Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host Richard Santiago. Thanksgiving edition, everybody. I know probably a lot of you are going to watch this on the recorded version, and that's fine. So, Live Feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So, let them help you, and by the Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. So, again, Thanksgiving edition. Really, I think America is the only place that is celebrating that today's a holiday. Everywhere else, it's just a normal day to them. As we said, Italy does have a Thanksgiving, and they call it Ringraziamento. So that's their Thanksgiving, and it's early in the first week. I was told it's in the first week of November, sometime then. So they already celebrated their Thanksgiving, but here we are with ours. So, I just basically want to say what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the 5,044 followers that we have. I'm thankful for every single one of you. I'm thankful for the trolls. Louise! Happy Thanksgiving, Louise. I'm so glad Louise can join us. So I'm happy for the trolls that happen to follow us as well. And we're going to keep trying to help you guys and, help you deal with bullying. Just got to ask those questions, guys. So, Louise, what are you doing right now to prepare for the Thanksgiving? So, Big Little Voice Books is on. How you doing? Please give us. Thank you for smashing that heart, Louise. Everyone, please smash the heart, whether you're watching this live or in the recorded version. And MGV, please give yourself a little plug. What is that website and the name of the book, please? Type in the same thing you typed in yesterday. Oh, MGV. Okay, MGV's. That's okay. She was on her other name. Now she jumped on the MGV. So MGV, give yourself a plug. The one thing I want to say, this is going to be real quick. I just got done eating Thanksgiving dinner because it is 8 o'clock at night here where I'm at. I was going to do a show earlier, but then so much love to give. Thank you for joining the show. I love your name. I was going to do a show earlier, but then decided, no, I got to wait for the people in America to wake up. I can't do a Thanksgiving show without the people in America. So, Louise, what are you up to? What part of the cooking process are you at right now? Because I got to get back downstairs to help my wife clean up. But one thing that I did want to mention is I know a lot of kids during holiday season, like Christmas and stuff like that, where they have a week off. Even though you don't have a week off now, but I think you have 4 days. Most schools have 4 days off. They sit and they worry about the bullying that's occurring in their school. You're on vacation, guys. Now is your time to not worry, not think about your bully, not think about what's happening in school. It's time to relax and just take your mind totally off the bullying and what's going on. Maybe you could also use this opportunity to talk to your parents or to an adult that can help you help the bullying stop. So MGV's got a new book out, everybody. It's called Big Little Voice, Colors the Gray. It's on Amazon. And she also says, I will email you the press release of the book. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to get my press release copy, and I'll check it out, and I'll give it a plug. So you can get your copy, and I would love you guys to get your copy at MGVACIAGO. Trini's in the house, and I don't think they. Oh, Johnny's in the house. Happy Thanksgiving. There's someone from New York. Trini, I don't think they celebrate Thanksgiving on this day in Canada, right? Let me know. So people from all over, England, New York. Just had my good friend Louise from Florida. So yeah, so I wanted to just come on real quick and let you guys know. Happy Thanksgiving, Johnny. Same to you. Um, that this is not the time to be worried about school, worried about what's happening in school, worried about your bullies. No, you're gonna have 4 days off. Take the 4 days off to relax. Our ex Fit Mom, thank you for joining the show. I think she's also from America. So happy Thanksgiving to you. MGB says, do they do Thanksgiving in Italy? Yes, they do. It's called Ringraziamento, it's called in Italy, and it's in the first week of November. So it already passed. The Thanksgiving, for lack of a better word, has already passed for the Italians. But yes, Ringraziamento is what it's called. And it has the word grazia in it, which some of you may know means thanks in Italian. So it's obviously kind of the same thing. Thanks for the harvest. And I talked to my friend in Japan, and they have the same thing. It's in October, where they thank the harvest. They thank, the gods or whatever, whoever you believe in about the harvest. So yes, is Trini still there? Yeah, Trini's still there. So Trini. Oh yeah, no, she did answer. Okay, sorry about that, Trini. Everyone, please smash that heart one time. Thank you for the love. Whoever smashed that, whether you're watching this live or recorded version, smash that heart now. All right, no, we have ours in October. Okay, so like the Japanese, you guys have it in October. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. I mean, it just, one thing I've learned from living in a lot of different places all over the world is we all celebrate the same types of things. We might call it something different. For instance, the Spaniards have no, I don't think it's the Spaniards, the Mexicans. I don't think Spaniards celebrate that, but Dia de los Muertos, it's Halloween for us, so whatever. Louise is back. Louise, I wanted to know, what process of the cooking are you in right now? What process? What have you got done? You're about ready to eat? What's going on? But thank you for coming on, Louise. So like I said, the main reason why I want to do that is for my friends in Italy and the UK and everywhere else that don't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's why I decided to do this show. Also, to remind you kids that are on break, you got 4 days off from American school. Don't sit around worrying about your bully. Don't worry about school. It's time now to relax and just take your mind off school. Louise says, stupid phone. Anyway, I'm home with my family and neighbors. Oh, awesome. Okay. And MGV says, do you work? Do you move to Italy for work? My wife does. My wife works for the Department of Defense for America. So that's why we had to move. Louise goes on to say, my sister did all the cooking. Good job, sis. Make sure you tell your sister that I said, not that she cares, that I said good job. She's gonna know, who's this guy? Yeah, the friend from Brentwood. Yeah, the friend from Brentwood, New York. Yeah, that's him. Still don't know him, right? Right, Louise? Still don't know who you're talking about. But what do you guys think about that? When kids go on vacation, all they're doing is worried about, what's happening in school. Vacation is to take your mind off what's happening at work, what's happening at school. So definitely get your mind off that. That's the way I look at it. So that's what I'm finding out about life too, that every place has their, Christmas. They may call it something different. In Puerto Rico now they celebrate, and Louise, you might know more about this than me. They celebrate Christmas in Puerto Rico now, but I can remember when I was a kid, it was Dia de los Tres Reyes, which is basically the king. Jesus was born. And it took a certain amount of days for the three kings to bring their gifts to Jesus, and that's the day that we celebrate when they get there. And Louise says Brentwood in the house. Yeah, Brentwood in the house. Two people from Brentwood representing. So yeah. So, but I think Puerto Rico is so Americanized now. I believe that they celebrate Christmas as well. Get it? They're double dipping. Right, Louise? They're double dipping. They're getting Christmas and Three Kings Day. Why not? Why not? That's the way I look at it. I mean, for me, next year, I'll celebrate the Italian Thanksgiving and eat then and then celebrate the American Thanksgiving. And Johnny, hey Johnny, thank you for chiming in. That's right, I forgot Johnny's Puerto Rican as well. They celebrate Three Kings Day in January. Yes, January 6th. But yes, they do celebrate Christmas, but it's not as big as Three Kings. Yeah, yeah. I had a feeling that. That's what my cousins would tell me. Yes, thank you, Johnny, for chiming in. I totally forgot Johnny was on and that he's Boricua also from the Bronx. So same area I grew up probably. Let's see, double dipping. Yeah, Louise says double dipping. Yep. MGV says never heard of Three Kings Day. Yeah. I don't. I've heard. I can't remember, but I've heard one other person mention Three Kings Day. I mean, when I say person, I'm sorry, group. A group of people. A nationality, and I can't remember. And I was really shocked when they told me, "Oh wow, you celebrate that?" They call it something different, of course. But I'm like, "Wow, we celebrate that too." But yeah, man, get double dip if you can. That's what I think. That's the greatest thing about being an American, right? Is that you get to celebrate the American holidays, and then you get to celebrate, whatever holiday you're from wherever you're from. Let's see. Johnny says that yes, Bronx, New York, Melrose Avenue. My parents are Puerto Rican. Yes, that's what got me so close about your cousin when he was being bullied. That's why I said I gotta help this kid out because he's Puerto Rican like me, and this could have been me, and that's why I wanted to help your cousin out. Please tell your cousin that I hope he's doing well and that we say hello and we still have not forgot about him. I can't remember his name. But we still have not forgot about him. And your aunt, she doesn't follow us anymore, I don't think. But tell them all if you see them for the holiday that we haven't forgot about them here at the BullyExposed.com, and tell them to come back and follow us. That would be great. Let's see. MGV says, have you heard of any, have you learned any Italian yet? Yes. Yes. It's more easy for me to understand than to speak it. But yes, I'm learning Italian. Today I made a mistake and I forgot to buy potatoes when we did our Thanksgiving shopping, so I had to go back down to this little bodega. They call it bodegas for all you Hispanic people that are out there that are watching. They call the little store where you can pick up, like in New York they call them bodegas. I think in Puerto Rico they call them bodegas. Here they call them bodegas. They're the same. They don't spell it the same as we spell it, but they're called bodegas as well. And right down a couple of feet from where I live, there's a little bodega. So I went down there and got myself some potatoes, and I had to ask him in Italian, which is ai le potate, or ai patatas. I, which means do you have, and the H is silent. So I, le the patatas. If you say plural, if you say singular, I think you can get away with saying ay papatas or ay il papatas, which is do you have the potatoes, which is I think it's a Latin thing to always put the somewhere. Johnny Louise, can you help me with that? I think Louise speaks better Spanish than I do. I could be wrong. It's always I dele. I think dele means in the. I dele. Let me. Oh, I don't have my app on this phone. I have it on the phone that I'm using. But okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Del means of, from my understanding, and it's a combination of the two words put together. Del, of, and le from the word the put together of the. So you're saying, do you have of the potatoes? Um, so I don't know. I don't know. But I know when I looked it up, it said I le patate. And oh, you're fluent in Italian. Okay, then I am not definitely not going to argue with you. Please forgive me. Okay, so it's del. Okay, then you have to help me out then here. Can you say I um I le patates? Because that's what my app told me to say. And when I told him, he did not correct me. And the Italians have no problem correcting you here. You know, I think it's a Latino thing. You screw up on a word, we're gonna correct you as Latinos, and so the Italians have no problem correcting you. So okay, so that's interesting. That's interesting because mine didn't tell me. Mine told me everything you wrote except for the del. So think of it that way. I le patates. I mean patate. Excuse me. I put an S at the end of the word. Doesn't need an S. But yeah, I'm learning slowly but surely. Oh, it works too. Okay, okay. So either one works. But doesn't, to correct me too, the one that you just wrote, doesn't it mean of the potatoes? Do you have of the potatoes? But either way works, you know. Hey, that's cool. So you're fluent Italian. How did you learn Italian, MGV? Because I thought you were English from England. Are you not? Are you Italian that lives in England? Because it's not too far away. So that's interesting. Thank you so much for correcting me on that. I am not embarrassed to be corrected. That's the only way I'm going to learn. And it looks like Louise either bounced or got bounced off. So yeah. So while I'm waiting for MGV's answer on that, be safe, guys. Remember, please. For those of you that missed the other show, take a little capful of apple cider vinegar in warm water if you want, or cold water. Drink that just before you go on your feast for Thanksgiving dinner for you guys that are doing Thanksgiving. Your stomach's gonna thank you. Trust me when I tell you. A capful of apple cider vinegar. My parents are Italian. I am British. Well, aren't you? Doesn't that make you British Italian? Or do they not do that in Europe? Because if you were in America, you would say you're Italian. Because your parents are Italian, you would say you're Italian American. Do they not do that? How is COVID cases there? Okay, good question. Thank you, Johnny. The COVID cases started going up. My son goes to a high school, and they closed down the high school. Now he's learning virtually from the high school because the numbers went up. But I think Italy is going to get the numbers down because the base is on lockdown. You can't. They don't want you going to people's houses for Thanksgiving for the Americans that live here. None of that. We were told not to do that, and we didn't. We followed that. We can't go outside of our commune, they call them communes, so outside the community. Anglo-Italiano, okay. Anglo-Italiano. So it's basically, the town's on lockdown. You could be pulled over by the police and ask where you're going, and you have to have a piece of paper that says what you're doing, where you're going. So like for me, I've been driving my wife to work just so that I'm not stuck inside the house all day. So I have to have a piece of paper stating that I'm driving her to work and now I'm driving home. And when I go to pick her up, then I have to have a piece of paper that says that I'm going to pick up my wife from work and coming back home. So it is on lockdown. And I trust that Italy will get the numbers down to where we'll be able to go back out into restaurants and so on and so forth. I decided to sign my kids for virtual this year. Well, that might be a good idea because I hear the numbers are really bad in America. So you might be doing a good thing. Good idea. You know, a lot of people, they're not taking this COVID thing serious. And I was just talking with someone and they told me that a lot of their friends have, what's the word? Is it? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank on this word. Maybe it's one of you can help me. It's when you had a sickness and now you have some like remedy. I mean, not remedies. You have some. I can't believe I forgot this word. Wow, I can't even explain the word. You have not remedies, but you have some side effects. There you go, from your sickness. So there's a lot of people having side effects from their sickness, from getting the COVID. So COVID is very serious. You know, a lot of people might say, "Oh, I'll get it, and I'll just get, I'll survive it, blah blah blah." But you could end up with some kind of side effect from getting it. So if you think it's not a very serious thing, you might want to rethink that. So let's see. MGB says, best get boys to bed. Chat soon. Make sure you drink your apple cider vinegar before your Thanksgiving meal. Thank you, MGB. And let's give MGB one more plug and smash that heart, everyone, one time for her. Let me see. Let me go to where. There it is. Big Little Voice Colors the Gray is available on Amazon, and you also can buy it at mgvaciago.com. Guys, don't forget, Big Little Voice Colors the Gray on Amazon. Thank you so much for joining us, MGV. And so that is going to do it for me, because I know everybody's not going to want to watch a long drawn out video because it's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to you all again. Don't eat in excess, okay? And don't forget to take your apple cider vinegar in your capful in a coffee cup, one of your favorite coffee cups, warm water. Drink that 30 minutes before you go feast, and enjoy yourself and be safe. And don't drink and drive, anybody. Please don't drink and drive. That's a very silly thing to do. We're above that. We have evolved as creatures, and no one should be drinking and driving. Call a freaking Uber, for Pete's sake. But it was good to see you, Johnny. It was good to see my good friend Louise and everyone else that joined us, MGV. And that's going to do it for us, guys. Remember that live feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, so let them help you. And by Traveling Tech Teacher. For your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. And I totally forgot to put up my beautiful Happy Thanksgiving sign. But never late than never, right? So anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another, and happy Thanksgiving.